Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. If you're watching this video live, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, so today I'm sharing the cutest handmade card using the Cutest Crew Stamp Set. Now try to say that really fast 3 times. Okay, I see 1 thumbs up. Perfect. And there's another one. Hi, Katie and Deborah. Here's the card we're making today. It's pretty simple. I call it my quick and get her done card, right? And yes, we used this same stamp set last week. How are y'all doing? Hey, Sarah. There's Tina, Teresa, Shirley. The, what is this called? The chat box. Yeah. It's moving a little slow today. I think it was last week as well, wasn't it? I think it's the cold weather. What is it right now? It is so cold. It's 40. It was like in the teens this morning when we woke up. And on Saturday, it's going to be 91. The weather's all confused, isn't it? Okay, so housekeeping notes. I don't think I have any other than I posted yesterday that David has pneumonia. And so for 2 weeks, he was told 2 weeks ago yesterday that he had lung cancer. And also possibly in his lymph nodes. And we got the results from the biopsy yesterday that it's pneumonia. So this weekend he was really, really, really sick. And I was like, this is not cancer. Something's wrong. Terry says that she didn't put her last name. That's okay. As long as your first name is there. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it was really terrifying. So for 2 weeks we couldn't breathe. I've cried so incredibly much. I spent all day on my birthday at the hospital with him getting biopsies, but man, we are so thankful. So for all of you that were praying, thank you so much. We definitely believe in the power of prayer. In fact, Monday we had not heard the results yet. Yesterday, and we had lunch and we went straight to church and we just sat there and prayed. We were so terrified. I was like beside myself. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, seriously, I depend on him so much for everything. Anyway, so man, we feel like we can breathe again. And someone asked me yesterday, am I mad? I'm not actually, because maybe he did have cancer and we have a miracle, right? I believe in miracles. I think that we have miracles every day and people don't talk about them. People don't share the miracles that they witness. So no, I'm not mad. I'm just so incredibly thankful that my husband does not have lung cancer. Yeah. And he is so sick that he thought for sure that he was like literally dying now because he's been sick for so long with pneumonia. Anyway, enough about that. So thankful, beyond thankful. And now hopefully I can get back to working again, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm all out of whack because, like I said, for 2 weeks we've just lived in fear. And so I don't have my bearings about me just yet. So the live prizes for today, where are they? They're right here. Okay. So let me give you the link to the prizes. And for those of you that celebrate St. Patty's Day, happy St. Patty's Day. I don't wear green, but I have green ribbon. And I drew a green heart on my hand. Yeah, I don't, so, and I should because my maiden name is Kennedy. So that's a pretty Irish name, isn't it? I'm looking for the link. Sorry, guys. Okay, live chick candy. Where's my link? Here we go. Copy. And here's the comments. I mean the chat, the link. There we go. So I'm going to hop over to YouTube and pin that comment at the very top. So for those of you that are on YouTube, you can find the link. Well, I don't even see my video. There it is. Okay. We have 141. Oh, my stomach is growling. Okay, so pin to the top. There we go. So if you're looking for the link to enter, I just saw where somebody said that, wait, you're too bottom heavy to blow away. That's really funny. Me too. Okay, let's see. Oh, green Starbucks cup. I had 2 Nespressos today. That's how tired I am. You know, we've got the good news, and you would think that last night I would have finally been able to sleep because we've not slept a wink, literally in 2 weeks. And I still didn't sleep last night. Of course, every night before that, it was like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, oh my God, what am I going to do for insurance? And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my God, Brooke hasn't gotten married yet. David has to walk her down the aisle. Like, I was waking up in the middle of the night thinking of all these crazy things. It was just so awful. Anyway, okay, so option number A, if you're sticking around for the live prizes at the end of the video, option A is the 2024 through 2026 in color shimmer gems. So that's A. B is this drawstring bag that I made. C is a chick stand. I guess I've covered up chick stand. D is this pack of Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper. And E is this fully flowering ephemera pack. Ephemera? That does not sound right, right? Yeah. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. We're giving away 3 prizes tonight. So 2 of them will go back in the kitty for next week. Okay? Oh my gosh, my neck hurts so bad. So here's the supplies. We are using the Cutest Crew Stamp Set and the coordinating dies. Okay, my camera, man, my stomach is seriously growling. It's probably actually the, well, that's not the right thing. Or was it? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a black thing around that now? Okay, here's all the bits. Hey, that's what my friend Ange says. Bits. We're using Vicki. I think I saw you're here. You are here. You're present. Last week I shared this card that she sent me, and it inspired me to copy her card, but in a different fashion, right? So, yeah. So Vicki, I loved your card, and I kind of sort of copied a little bits and pieces of it, right? So that's the Easter Joy Designer Series paper. And the back side is this awesome crumb cake piece. Okay, so I went ahead and did one thing in advance, and that is I stamped the dogs and then die cut it with the dies, okay? And I went ahead and die cut this layer with the Nested Essentials dies. And then I don't know if you can tell, I decided to add a little drop shadow behind the dogs. Can you see that? I do that a lot when I'm creating graphics and stuff in Canva. And I thought, Well, I could do that to my stamped images, right? So here is the drop shadow that we're going to be placing behind this. Card base, crumb cake, 4 1/4 by 11. And then here's the scrap to stamp the greeting. So that's the only stamping I'm going to be doing in front of you tonight is the greeting. I love this stamp set. There's not very many animal stamp sets. I'm going to keep asking until I turn blue in the face, right? Give me more animals, please, 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 please. There's so many flowers. Not that I don't like flowers. I do. I just like animals more. And I think I've used this stamp set 3 times now in the past month, but I don't have that many stamps. Wait, what am I doing? I'm not using that trimmer. It's too big. I don't have a lot of new stuff because of my surgery. So I do need to order some new stuff, but there's a lot of stuff on back order, isn't there? Just saying. I did get to view the new catalog, so customers of mine, please fill out the form to get your catalog. Yes, I don't send catalogs to people that don't order because guess what? You can go right to my website, place an order, and I will send you a catalog. The days of me sending them to just anybody and everybody, I can't afford to. Yeah, I don't have the sales I used to have. So I had to cut that out. But it's really simple. You'll place an order and I will send you a free catalog. Yeah. Sorry, that sounds a little snarky, but you know, even these big companies now are not really sending catalogs anymore. So it's not just me. Okay. David said, I don't know, is it Cabela's or somebody? They actually, what was it he said? Something about a coupon or something to get a catalog. Okay, we're going to color now. And Trish, you can click on the link above and go fill out the information and come back. Okay, thank you guys for helping her. Yeah. So this is my blends basket, which is overflowing. So we're going to do a lot of coloring. So if you need to go fill out the chick candy form and come back, do that. Yeah, because you got time, because I've got to do a lot of coloring. I probably should have been coloring and talking at the same time. That would have saved us some time, but I'm actually not really in a hurry. I just feel so, I feel so happy that I'm not boohooing tonight. And I got to put some other readers on because I can't really see. I need double prescription to color. Okay, so I'm using Granny Apple Green Light to color the leaves on the flowers. Okay, so I'm done with that one now. I needed another basket to put them in when I'm done. The next color I'm going to use is, sorry now my nose is running, is Pool Party. And I'm going to use the dark first. Can you see? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah. So dark Pool Party. And then the light Pool Party. So David is still going to have a full body PET scan in 4 weeks, just to confirm there's no additional cancer since he did have cancer last year. Okay, so the next color is I'm going to use the dark smoky slate. Vicki, I'm kind of sort of copying what you did on the card you sent me. I don't have any creativity right now. I mean, none. And the first card that I made today, I had to trash because it was like, oh, goodness gracious, it was hideous. I'm just saying. Okay, I don't need the light smoky slate. Now I'm going to use Petunia Pop, and this is the light. Yeah, I think my time is going to stay at 5 p.m. For a long while, and quite possibly forever. Yeah. Okay. Light Poppy Parade. Dark. Is this dark? Dark Lemon Lolly. Next, I'm going to use Crumb Cake. Is this Crumb Cake? Nope, that's Ivory. Oh, I forgot a part of the pool party. Okay. Now we got to do this dog and this dog. So one thing that I messed up is I'm going to color the belly with Ivory. And then I'm going to use, this time I'm going to use Peach Pie. I think I used Timid Tiger on the other one. I did. I decided to change the color. Yeah. I like this color better. And then Strawberry Slush Light. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, set your alarm. I set my alarm for everything. Can I just tell you that I even set an alarm to make my Nespresso every day. Now, for this one, we're going to use Pecan Pie. Yeah. I have a lot of alarms. When I'm leaving the house, I actually set an alarm like 10 minutes before and say leave in 10. I have alarms for medicine. Yeah, I've drove my kids crazy with all my alarms. Okay, now the final step is I'm going to take our journaling pen and I'm going to place a little black dot in the center of each of the flowers. And I got that idea from Vicki as well. I didn't come up with that. So thank you, Vicki. My bow is coming untied. My the only green that I have on. Okay, let me get all these. Can you believe I used all those? Y'all still there? These dies are not currently in stock, but will be back. Yeah, I think everything I looked at was, it seemed like it was on back order. Yeah. Okay, now let's score our cardstock. Like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 11. And let me get my Simply Scored scoring tool. We're going to score it at 4 3/4 and 5 1/2. Did I, what, wait, no, 2 and, rewind. 2 3/4. Sorry about that. Hopefully nobody does that when I set it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to order the new stuff. That's one of the perks of going to the Stampin' Up! Events, but I could not go, and thank goodness I did not go, or I did not sign up, right? I would have had to miss it. Okay, so if you look real closely on this one, I messed up the measurements on my designer series paper on this layer. So don't look too closely, but you can see this one is off compared to this size. But I will give you the correct measurements. That was when I was designing my card. Can I hold it up closer to the camera? This one? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Linda. I know you're like randomly. She just said hi. I think I opened a card from her the other day, or I'll tell you what I did this the couple days ago. I went back through the cards that a bunch of y'all sent me and reread them. You know, sometimes when you need a pick-me-up, because I get a lot of really nice really nice cards, and I may not it may not show how much I appreciate them when I share them, but I really do. And there was a couple cards. Linda, you're one of them. There was a couple cards even that I took upstairs and I showed to David, and I said, you know, have faith. Everybody's praying for you. It's kind of hard to have hope, you know, when you've been given such terrible news. Anyway, yeah, when we went to the doctor, he said that masses that are greater than 2 centimeters are usually always cancer. And David's was 4 centimeters, which is the size of a golf ball. Well, I don't know why I put my adhesive back behind me. Okay, so I'm just going to put Stamp and Seal on this left side, because you don't want to put it on the right side, or otherwise you wouldn't be able to open your card, right? And hopefully this is centered. Okay, then let's attach the greeting. Thank you. Yes, we are so happy. Who would have ever thought you'd be happy for your husband to have pneumonia, right? I kept telling him all weekend that he had an infection, that he needed to be on an antibiotic. Not that I'm a doctor or anything, but... Okay, so now I'm going to attach this image to this crumb cake part just to give it a shadow. I don't know. Do y'all like that idea? Do you not like it? Am I crazy? I don't know. Things just come to me sometimes, and it made sense to me today, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I wanted to emboss this layer, but I don't really have very many current embossing folders. Yeah, it's like there's been such a change since my surgery to now. Oh, by the way, y'all will be happy. Those of you that like my paper charts, I actually redesigned them using a different software that should make it a little bit easier and quicker for me to do them. I did not have 1 pack of paper, so I did have to order that yesterday. And then I will be able to get completely caught up. So if you're waiting for them, they are coming. I just had to order 1 pack of paper. And I will be working on them on, not tomorrow, but on Thursday. I'll work on the ones that I do have in stock. Okay. Yeah. And thank y'all for being patient. I'm so sorry. Life just has thrown us a curveball, right? It seems like ever since my mother got put into hospice a few years ago, it's just like, man, oh, one thing after another. But, okay, my stomach is growling. Grrr. Did y'all hear it? Maybe I shouldn't bring y'all's attention to it. It's kind of funny though. Okay, so here's the puppy dogs. And then now we're gonna get the embellishment is the adhesive back metallic gems. Vicki, I copied you on that as well. And I'm looking for my linen thread. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Exactly. Well, and you know, once you reach my age, you know, I've been around the block a few times, right? It's like, you know, David's had 2 surgeries. I've had so many I can't even list them. I mean, even, you know, having my children, I had 2 C-sections, which is, if you've had a C-section or 2 of them, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, I think the second one was worse than the first, because they cut you in that same spot again. Anywho, not that I want to talk about. Uh-oh, my ribbon's too short. I'll save that one for another project. Come back here. I actually do save my bows. I have my drawer behind me. I have a bunch of them in there. Vicki, did you see I put my scissor charm on my scissors? These are my Lori Holt scissors. They are for ribbon only. I have the other scissor charms you gave me on my... Okay, come on, Angie. On my other pair that cuts paper. It looks like I cut this one short too. Hopefully not. Ruh-roh. Did I cut it too short? Oh, Angie, stop talking. Okay, much better. It still could have been bigger, but yeah, it could have been bigger. Okay, that's going to go down there with a glue dot. Oh yeah, don't Google stuff. You know, and we really tried not to Google because everything, when you're dealing with a mass on your lungs, everything is really bad. And then if you Google the terms that was on the CAT scan results, man, it was not good. And then when we went to see the doctor, and he was like, well, "That's not good." And I actually asked him, I was like, you know, even though this looks like cancer, have you had it look like cancer and then it not be cancer? And he's like, absolutely, I have. He said, I've been for sure that someone had cancer and they didn't, and then I've thought that someone didn't have cancer and they did. So I said, well, that gives me something to pray for. Like, I just need to know that there's a possibility that it's not cancer. And even David yesterday couldn't even believe it. He seriously couldn't believe it. And I was like, dude, you have to believe. We went to church. We had lots of, I mean, my daddy's church was praying. My sister-in-law's church was praying. Like, a lot of people were praying. I keep coming back to that subject, don't I? I promise I will move on, but it just happened yesterday. So, okay, so for this card, you would be able to sign it here if you wanted to, or you could add a piece of paper here because that gets covered up, right? So if you wanted to make this card for someone. In fact, David came down here today and he's like, "Is that my birthday card?" I said, "Well, it could be if you want puppy dogs." Okay. It looks like I'm off-centered. Like, I guess my camera's, maybe I should move over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me share with you the chick candy for last week. Let me show you the winner. Well, I hope I have the image. Is this last week? Let's see. It always takes me a minute to do this. So this is our winner from last week, okay? And last week's prize was, it's in a basket somewhere. Let me just pull up the image. It was the Cutest Crew Stamp Set. Here it is. Okay. So Patty, GRANA 9199, you are the winner for last week. I need your mailing address. And here is the link. Okay. So right here's the link. You can use your phone. Now let me show you this week's chick candy. I'm a little slow. Let's see. Okay. Now this week's is this bundle. Okay. All you have to do to enter to win is leave a comment on this video when the video is over. I did order this bundle for myself. I decided I'm not going to use it. They're pretty flowers, but it's never been used. It's brand new. Yeah, and to enter to win, all you got to do is leave a comment on this video, and I'll announce the winner next Tuesday. Okay. Now we're going to do the live prizes. But before I do that, thanks, Marissa. It was a blessing and a miracle. Yeah, I get emotional just thinking about the miracle. Yep. Okay. I love the pups too. You know, I always ask for the addresses because it makes it so much easier to go ship. Not having to go and look and people move. I can't tell you how many times I've sent things to people and they've moved. So I always just ask you to please fill out the form. It makes it so much easier. Okay, so here's the prizes. A, B, C, D, and E. We're giving away 3 gifts tonight. And give me about half a minute to go pull the names real quick. So you got about 10 seconds left to enter to win. Well, I'll say that, but it'll take me a little bit longer than 10 seconds, right? Log in. I'll tell you how many entries we have. We have 160 entries. And now I'm going to download those real quick. Download. And today is 3/17. Okay. Copy. Okay. Wheel of names. Here we go. And let me share my screen. Let me turn my volume up so y'all can hear it. And screen share. Okay. Can y'all see the screen? Here we go. Congrats, Margaret. Okay, which item would you like? I'm going to remove this share screen for a second. Let me make this smaller. Okay, your choices. So the winner is Margaret. Oh, my ink smeared. Margaret, which item would you like? A, B, C. C is a chick stand, which is just a paper piercer or take your pick tool stand. D or E. And if you guys see her comment, let me know. The luck of the Irish to you. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to set the timer. The timer. You have 3 minutes, Margaret. Oh, and when we're done with this, I'll show you guys the cards I received this week. I don't have as many this week, but, oh, you already saw it? D? Okay, D it is. I still don't see her comment, but D is the paper pack. Okay, you've got it. Now I'm going to share my screen again. Where's my bucket? There we go. Now, let me share my screen and we're going to draw the next one. Okay, here we go. That is hilarious. Okay, so I entered my name in first because I wanted to make sure the form is working. So clearly I'm not going to win my own prize. So we'll draw again. Remove. That's too funny. What's the chances of that happening? Congrats, Tammy. I have set the timer. Your choices are A, B, C, or E. And let me remove the screen share. Isn't that funny? So, Tammy. So, A, B, C, or E. Congrats, Tammy. I had to make sure that the form was working because somebody last week said it wasn't working. And it actually was, but I don't know why it wasn't working. So March 23rd is when the stamps and the dies are supposed to be back in stock. Thanks, Debbie. You want the bag. You've got it. Okay, so did I put that in the right spot? Yep. Okay, so now we've got one more winner. And let me share my screen again. And let's see. Here we go. Carla, congrats. You are last winner, unless Carla is not here. Let me turn off the screen share. So your choices are A, C, or E, and it is Carla. I guess I should put this a little closer up. Carla. Oh, yes, Debbie says, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Pretty please with sugar on top. She said E. Okay, you got it. Thank y'all for helping me tonight. I don't know why I'm saying tonight. It's still daylight, right? Okay, so these will go back in the pot for next week. And we have all of our winners for tonight. So I have a few cards to share with you that I received this week. I'm going to try to do a better job of showing them every week. So my first card is from Joanne. And I thought about copying this this design today. I like these squares that she's got in here. Well, no, these two are squares and these are rectangles, right? So this is the beautiful card she sent me. Thank you very much. The next card is from Angie, and Angie is one of my local customers. She lives just right down the road. She always makes beautiful cards. She makes a lot of birthday cards. So thank you, Angie. I don't have a P.O. box, but if you email me, I'll give you my address. Yeah, just send me an email. See, Linda, I knew I got a card from you this week. Thank you, Linda. Isn't that beautiful? And the next card is from Pat. I thought about copying this one too. This, isn't that cool? Maybe next week. I don't know. So if you send me a card, I might actually copy it if I can figure out how to make it. I was trying to figure out, I'll see if I can find the card that I was trying to make today. I was unsuccessful at making it, so I had to ditch it. My next card is from Joan, because last Wednesday was officially my birthday. My friend Tracy, I've known her for, well, we consider ourselves family. She came and sat with me at the hospital while David had his biopsy. And then the final card is from Carrie. Carrie, thank you so much for this beautiful card. It does actually make me think of Hawaii. Yeah, and then here's the inside. So she signed a Post-it note so that way I can re-gift this card. And that's it. That's it for this week's cards. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the card that I was trying to copy. Here it is. I was trying to copy this card today. Let me show you. Let me grab. Can I pull myself over there without falling? Sugar, come on. Ugh. I probably look like a fool doing that. I was trying so hard to make this card today, and I just could not pull it off. So if you'll notice, the beginning of it is just like this, right? Yeah, so the beginning of it is just like this. And I was trying to do, well, you can see I've got adhesive on there. So I was trying to make it work, but it just wasn't working. Yeah, it wasn't working. Hey, why's my phone blowing up? Anywho, I'm still going to try to work on this because I really liked that fold, but this wasn't the right stamp set to use for it. Okay, so I'm going to look back at questions now. I don't know that I have anything else to share, do I? If you won one of the prizes, just fill out my form. Take your phone, do a screen, take a picture of that. That's where the form is to fill out. Let's see. Product of the month is still available. I did order mine. I'm just waiting for it to arrive so I could use it. Oh, maybe that would be a good stamp set to use on this card with different paper, right? Yeah. What else? Do I have anything else to share with y'all? I don't think so. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to look back for questions now. I think it's called a Z fold. I think so. Can somebody answer her? Is it called a Z fold? I'm going to scroll back now and look and see. There's such a glare on my desk today. I don't know why. I don't know. If you ask a question earlier and I did not see it, feel free to post the question again now. Yeah. So I'm going to scroll back a little bit, but there's tower cards are fun to make. I think that's what you're saying. That one card that I stood up was, right? Most of my birthday cards that were sent to me were late. We have very slow mail in Kansas. In fact, I think it just sits on a truck for a while. Yeah. I think it just sits on a truck, right? In fact, I try to tell everybody, I'm like, our mail is slow. Slow, slow, slow. Okay, I think it's going to take a while for me to get back to the very beginning because of maybe next week what I'll do is I'll look for questions and then do the giveaway. Because the giveaways kind of gives me a lot of comments in the chat box. Did you sleep through the name of the stamp set? If you're still here, the name of the stamp set is Cutest Crew. Yeah, Cutest Crew. And it has the matching dies. It's so cute. I used the kitty cats last week on another card, right? I'm trying to see. Do I have a card behind me? Yes, this is the card that we made last week. I love it so much. Yeah, I don't know what this card is called, but I'm in love with it because it's a quick get her done card and you can sign the back. Yeah. And it can be like table decor. This stands to the fabric. Where did I find it? Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I think the birdie fabric I found at, is it called the Quilted Cow? I think so. I think it's called the Quilted Cow. Okay, I think... Hey, Sydney. I hope I get to see you on Saturday if you're still here. You're probably gone now, but... Oh my goodness, I didn't see that you were here. Okay, I'm going to stop scrolling and see if there's any new questions. Yes. Oh, Gretchen made some trinket trays today. I have not touched my sewing machine since November. I haven't touched any fabric. It still hurts too much to do a lot of stuff. So I'm really trying, because they said that it takes up to a year for that stuff to heal. And just like looking down still hurts. So yeah, they want me looking forward. So not down, which, you know, you have to look down to sew. You have to look down to cut fabric. Will I show my dimensional folder again? Yes, and I do have a video on my channel for this. So you just open it up, and I have the minis. Is there a glare? Is the glare? Let me see. Does that help at all? I don't think so. So the minis are on this side. The full ones are on this side. And I use removable adhesive to glue these panels down. Yeah. And then, so when I run out, I just replace it. And I technically really need to, I need to have new paper because this paper's been retired forever. But yeah, I've been, ever since I filmed the video, I've still been using this. I just replace, yeah. Valerie says her comment space is not showing. I do not know why. Okay, so Cindy says, how is my husband? He's great. He has pneumonia. It's not cancer. I mean, I say he's great. He's great because he doesn't have cancer. The pneumonia, another story, but he's on really strong antibiotics. Yeah. Kathy says she's made lots of dimensional folders. Yay! That makes me so happy. You know, for years and years and years, I've been filming videos like since 2007, and the white dimensionals always used to get buried on my desk. And, you know, they'd be right in front of your face and you could never find them. And then like last year or the year before, whatever, this idea just popped into my head to make a dimensional booklet. And man, it makes me so happy that I don't ever really have to search for my dimensionals anymore. They're right there in front of me, easy to find. Yeah. And I have a free, this is a PDF that I created that you can print and cut out with your dies if you want to label them. Yeah. So that's on that page of my blog. Yeah. So you've made 2 of them. Yay. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so I don't think I have anything else to share unless you guys have any more comments. I know the show is almost over, but I have a question. What days and times do you do live chat? Every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I'll be live again next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. What time are you on? I know, who would have thought pneumonia would be great news? Go figure, right? In fact, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people actually die with pneumonia. It's very scary. And all weekend, he kept getting worse and worse. I was really scared. And I kept saying, David, you're really sick. I think you need an antibiotic. I mean, I told him. In fact, what's crazy is that when he went to the emergency room 2 weeks ago, we kind of said, man, we think he's got pneumonia because he just was so sick. And we weren't joking, but we were joking. Yeah, so 5 p.m. Central Time is 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific, right? Yeah. Okay. Man, my stomach is growling. I'm actually not even hungry. You're welcome. Thanks, Linda. Okay, I guess I'm going to sign off. The free PDF should be available tomorrow. Yeah. So if you like the PDFs, I did want to remind you guys about what did I do with the paper chart thing. This will hold a true 2-inch square. I had in the past my document kind of got jacked up, and it was like I had to cut them at 1/7/8 by 1 7/8, which was sometimes not very consistent, depending on what trimmer I used. So this is actual. Well, no, this is like 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. So a 2-inch block will fit in the paper charts. I'll probably share it on a video when I get them done, so that way you guys can see them. I wish my past charts told what publication they were in. I think I started doing that in 2021, but previous to 2021, my charts did not have a date or a publication. Grr. But Kathy, I'm glad you love my new time. I really don't even know if I could go live at 7 ever again. I'm too tired by 7 p.m. I don't know how I would be able to pull it off. Maybe I'll feel better once I've all healed from my surgery. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys have a great week. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you Next Tuesday, same time, same place. Love you guys. See you later.